Well, hello, my beautiful people. We got another hot video coming up for this coming trading week, like usual. Right, so I'm going to start with news because there is a lot of news to pay attention to for this week. And guys, don't forget that I just launched my first episode on relationships, so make sure to check that out. For better or worse, that's number 4, for better or WORZ. Okay. So anyway, I'll post it on this channel and, until my other new channel gets momentum so you guys can see this, okay? You're going to love this first topic that I'm going to talk about, but that's a different subject. All right, let's get on with this. All right, guys, here's the deal. We got a lot of news coming out, and the good news is it's not a lot that's going to hit the US dollar, which is cool, okay? So here we go. We got the euro coming out with their CPI numbers or customer inflation. Always refer over here. If you see these here, but you don't know what they mean, just look over here. Customer inflation price. How much did the citizens' inflation grow because of the person's leadership in Europe or in the US, whoever has it? Next, we have and we really got to pay attention to this, those who's in my Futurix live trading class, which, by the way, guys, I made a big mistake. Big mistake. Let me pause this and let me correct it. Okay, so here's what I fixed. What I forgot to do, guys, was to put on the date on what day this week this news events were coming out. So we got the euro coming out with their CPI numbers on Monday. We have AUD coming out with their interest rates on Tuesday. CAD coming out with inflation numbers on Tuesday. Wednesday is inflation numbers. Notice the theme, interest rate and inflation numbers coming out on Wednesday. AUD coming out with PMI numbers or manufacturing numbers, basically. And so is the euro, and so is the dollar on this one is Wednesday, Thursday, and Thursday. Now, why is this important? Well, because sometimes it shake the market up temporarily, and especially those of us who are trading in the futures market, you definitely want to be paying attention to these right before you actually start taking trades, because even though it doesn't really affect some of these, like the PMIs, they're really not going to do that much damage to the Forex market, but they will shake up the futures market. So you got to paying attention. Inflation numbers are coming out. We're on the JPY, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so that's the news for this coming week that you got to pay attention to. Let's go ahead and get into the charty arts. And I'm going to shrink my head. Hi. Oh, I just made myself big. Hey, guys. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame because you can see things with a panoramic view. All right. So basically you see that there was this big gigantic M pattern that created, and then it dropped. I expect a pullback and then it meander on down, because now that the tariff war is over and all those kind of things are starting to settle out, what you basically may notice coming up on this coming week is, oops, I didn't mean to drop that channel. Sorry, guys. Let me undo this again. Hold on. All right. I meant to get my parallels. Equestrian channels. There we go. They call them the equestrian channels. Ain't that nice? The equestrian channels. So now here's what I'm seeing. The equestrian channel. And there we go. So now we have this downward momentum, but this will be the break point right here on that, right across this area right here. Because you see this was a strong support area, and so therefore this could come down, boom, and bounce up, okay? Or if it breaks through this level right here, then we have a go for the downside. So you can see this is a strong support level right here, but we do have a down channel. So again, it can meander, and this will be the deciding factor, okay? And if you want to put this in your notes, 0.63670, 0.63670, that range right there, anywhere in that range will be the deciding factor right there, okay? So if it breaks below this range, then we got us a match. Okay, to the downside. But if not, it could bounce right off of this support and come on back up. So be very careful when you're trading the dollar, the Aussie dollar, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and clean this back up. All right, cool. Now, let's go to the next one. ACAD is coming up. ACAD, same thing. It was meandering, but I really don't like this because see how it's been cluttering, break, clutter, break. So it's not a fan of mine, so I keep it moving, player. Okay, don't like that one. Don't like that one. Now this one is sitting on a strong support level and a strong slant pattern. And I've been teaching you guys this for many, many years. Slant patterns always do what? Pop up. Okay, so this one could potentially pop up on you. So all of those who's looking for continuation of the sale, I would be very, very leery of, you know, it may go a little bit further, but you know, who knows what happened, what can happen, anything can happen. But I put my money on just waiting for it to find some support right here, which I see it already started right here, but it can continue down further. Like I said, it can. Okay, and if it does, the next stopping point would be right here at the 50% retracement, which is really, really far. But what it looks like it could do is come right back down, retest this 61.8 on the 4-hour time frame, Fibonacci level, retest it, and bounce up and shoot up for a double whopper or an M pattern. Because this is how M patterns are created. They go up, drop, stops at a level, which you see right here is a strong level, then pop up, create the next level there, and then drop. Basically, let's look at the review. What did you see here? Stopped, pulled up. Hold on, let me make this smaller so you guys can see the M pattern. See, it hovered at this level to 23.6, bounced up, created the slant, bing, 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 shot up, and then created that M pattern. Up, down, or the double top as they call it. So seeing that this is a slant pattern, this looks like it can find support right here, can continue to go down, then find that support and come up and create that M pattern, which means it'll come up, retest this level all the way across here, which is a popular level I'm seeing. Bing, 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 baby. It could do that. Again, I don't know. This market could do whatever the freaking heck it wants, but I'm just giving you guys an idea of what it could possibly do. Let me make my head bigger so y'all can see me. Okay, so it can do that. It can hit this level, come down, because you see right here, it hit this level and dropped. Then bounce, come back, retest this level, and then you got your M pattern if it does that. Okay, nothing's guaranteed, but we'll see. All right, I don't like anything there. I don't like anything here. Nothing here. See, here's the point, guys. Don't. Some of you guys, your problem is you keep trying to force stuff. You know what I mean? If you don't see nothing, just don't keep entertaining it. I don't care if it's my favorite pair. And no, it ain't. They don't have favorites. Look at how choppy and sloppy this is. No, I'm gonna keep it moving. I don't see nothing I like. No, I don't care if you get one good trade for the whole week. 1 or 2 good trades will make you money versus taking 40 trades and you made nothing. So now we do have a slant pattern right here. See how it angles to the side? And it found support. So again, it can boom and come up. Okay, so this one may, and it's creating higher lows. See, here's a low point, went up. Here's another low point, but it stopped right here at this point right here. So chances are it could bounce and go up higher. Okay, all right, let's keep this moving. All right, next one. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. See, a lot of these, they're just not ready yet. You know what I mean? It's just not ready. Look at all this judo chop chop, judo chop chop. Don't force a trade. If it ain't nice and smooth, then keep it moving. All right, same thing here, which looks like it could create a double top, but we'll see. Because right here, it's sitting on this strong support. Either it breaks through and come down to this 38.2 level right here, okay? Which will put it at 191.808. Okay, if it breaks all the way through, it could hit the 192.141, which is the 38.2 Fibonacci level, or it can stop right here and pop up and create a double top. Okay, that's what I potentially see it doing. But again, this is nothing guaranteed. Okay, all right, nothing there. That's ugly, not ugly, ugly, ugly. Most of these need some makeup. Okay, so it looks like the JPY pairs are the ones that I would potentially keep my eyes on for this week. Let me put my handsome self up. No, I'm just playing. Here we go. Let's take a look at this dollar pairs. All right, cool. I'm gonna move over here. Nothing. Oh, it wants me to shrink my head. All right, cool. There we go. Sorry about the clicking. All right, there we go. I don't see anything there. So again, you see my point? The tariffs have paused, and let me make myself a little bit larger so you guys can see me. Okay, the tariffs have paused temporarily for 90 days, but it's not guaranteed what's going to happen. Okay, so in the meantime, while the tariffs are going on, you can see all this choppy sloppiness. So forgive yourself and don't be upset if you were losing trades. It's not that big of a deal because you see it wasn't really your fault. There was not a solid set of pairs that you can say price action was reasonably moving in a way that normally I can understand. When the tariffs are happening, every little thing was a chop, 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 up and down, up and down. See all this chop, 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 up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's very, very difficult. So when we come along, by the way, just shooting a plug for my team, okay, because they do phenomenal, Dr. Elvis and Miss Jenny. Let me take a screenshot of this so you guys can see this, okay? Because this is freaking amazing. You know, I don't think we get enough credit for what we do. Let's pull this on screen so you guys can see it. And this is why people are in our copycat group. So as you guys can see, we had a bunch of trades that we've taken on last week. And we did have our losses. As you can see, it's very clear, very plain. It was a 13-5 week, but we had a 72.22% win rate. And we still squeezed out a decent amount of pips for everybody to be still eating. Okay, so even with the 5 losses, again, the wins were bigger than the losses, and so therefore, you know, we did okay. So this is why people are coming to Super Easy Copycat, okay? And that's, we also have the oil and silver, we have the gold US 30, okay? So whichever one you want, that's fine. But you can see my point. Not everybody can navigate through markets like this. You have to be a professional trader to understand how to make some pips out of this mess. It is a complete hot mess. It really is. So forgive yourself, especially if you're new and you're like, man, what is going on? It's not you. It's not price action. It's not structure. It's not indicator-based problems. It is solely the market itself. It's completely out of order. So let me throw up my equestrian channels again so you guys can see this. And you can see, okay, from here, if I draw this in, okay, if I draw this in, yeah, now you can kind of see, oh, it was an uptrend. Yeah, it was an uptrend. But it was messy as heck, okay? And I had another word I want to use, but I'm, you know, I don't want God upset with me, okay? Well, that's good enough. Y'all get the point. Let me move this one to this side and move this one to this side. All right. So bottom line is, and by the way, well, let me leave this alone because I'm making it more of a mess and stretching this video out longer than I need to over this stupid. Okay, there you go. So you can basically get the point, okay? You basically get it right there. Scoot over, bro. Y'all making me look bad. You're doing that on purpose, huh? All right. There we go. All right. That's nice and neat. So you can see how it was in an uptrend, but look at how it was firing up, shooting back, firing up, shooting back, firing up, shoot back, fire up, shoot back, firing up. So this is why I said, if anything, it possibly can come and stop right here and retest, come on back down, retest this level to 38.2, and this is the dollar yen, USD JPY, and the number is 1.44.653, 144.633, 144.633. Anywhere in this range, it's not an exact science. So just telling you, if it comes within that range, hold on, where are you going? Right here. This range right here, which is the 38.2 Fibonacci level on the 4-hour time frame. By the way, another plug, if you don't have my trading system, the Sexy Analyst, you really need it because, again, all these trend lines, support and resistance levels, I can even throw in supply and demand zones, which I take off so you guys can see price action clearly. But for those who like to trade with supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels, that come with two scanners, a supply and demand zone scanner, support and resistance scanner, and a trend line scanner, meaning once these trend lines get touched, like as soon as it touched here on the 4-hour time frame, there's a scanner for that, and you'll get alerted, hey, price action just touched the upper channel, or price action just touched the lower channel, and that'll give you an indication, hey, let me go check this price action out and see if it fits within the parameter of my trading rules, so that you're not sitting around on these charts all day. So again, it's got a lot of different tools and features built into that little cheap system that I priced it so cheap. I don't know why I was dumb enough to do that, but it is what it is. So if you want, or if you're interested in that, where you see me clicking on different time frames and I never have to mark up my charts because it's already pre-marked up for me. See what I'm saying? It automatically does automatic adjustments, and you can see right here where it's found support. Okay, with a click of a button, all my charts will automatically adjust themselves. Everything adjusts. It's trend lines, the Fibonacci levels, supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels, everything adjusts within one click. You don't ever have to mark up your charts again. If you're interested in that cheap system, go to loveyourcharts.com. Again, loveyourcharts.com. All right. So anyway, this is what I'm talking about. I think it can retest this level, come down or whatever. If it doesn't hold the support, then the next thing it will come down to that 144 area, 144, just say 1443, okay? And once it comes down to that level, it'll probably find support and then bounce right on back up, but it could find support sooner than that because it could bounce off of this trend line and keep going, okay? All right, you guys, so for those who's in the Futurix class, we've been doing amazing in there, having lots of fun. So if you want to be part of the New York session, we have the link for that on Futurix.com, Futtrix, Futurix.com. For the futures, if you want to trade that during the New York session, and we also have an Asian session. So on the Tuesday, and we get this question a lot, so let me go over the schedule. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, you'll be trading with Miss Jenny live, and she's a really, really good technical trader. So if you're a person who very, very technical explanations and breakdowns and stuff like that, trading view questions and all those different things. She's a genius at that stuff. So Tuesdays and Thursdays during the New York session, you'll be with her. Wednesdays, you'll be with me. Now, if you want to be part of the Asian session, because you work during the day, then okay, the Asian session starts 8 p.m. And I always advise you guys, be there 5 minutes early, because sometimes we may find a trade immediate at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you want to be in there 5 minutes early. That happened last week. Okay, on our final class, man, we was done trading within 2 or 3 minutes. That trade popped, man, we got in that trade, and 2 or 3 minutes later, we were already done. So you want to be there on time for the Asian session as well. All sessions, always be on time, okay? Be on time. And here's what I mean by on time. 5 to 10 minutes early, okay? Be on time early. All right, you guys, I'll see you in my video, my first life coaching video, okay? Because me and Nancy are certified life coaches, and we actually used to have a talk show where we had 250,000 followers and on our social media page at one point, and it got hacked. So this has been years, and I never went back to it because I was so pissed about it. So tomorrow this video you're going to see on relationships is going to be my very first one that I have done in maybe 7 years. So make sure to check it out, okay? And I'll post it in all groups so you guys can look at it and let me know your thoughts on that, okay? Peace and hair grease. Have a good one.